Just a minute, I'll just share a screen. Is it visible here, Sahana?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. You can start here.
Myself, Sahana from C section. I'm here to present about the SR flip-flop and switch debouncer. Next. SR flip-flop is basic type of flip-flop which has two bistable state, active I, that is 1 or low 0. The flip-flop circuit remains in same output state indefinitely until some input is applied to change the state, which in the case S and R. As the name itself specifies, the inputs are set and reset. It is called as set reset flip-flop. The input S will be 1 to set the output state I, and R will be 1 to reset the output state low. That is the SR flip-flop. The output state changes when the input signals S and R are complement to each other. Next, sir.
I'll change here. You want next slide?
Yes, sir.
After this is the next slide. This is not required.
So it's finished. So next.
Table.
Circuit.
Circuit is not visible.
No.
Just one set. Just one set. I'll just share back the things.
Yes, sir.
ಈಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಹ್ಞೂ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆನಾ ಇವಾಗ?
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
Okay, proceed.
This is the basic SR flip-flop. It's a symbol and the circuit. Circuit is constructed using two NAND gates, and S is set and R will be reset. Next, sir. This is the truth table for set reset, where when for set state, when S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, there will be no change. So it does not change. And when for reset state, when R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 1, it does not change. So and then when for set state, when S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, the set Q bar will be equal to 1. For reset state, when set is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1, reset Q dash becomes 0. And there is a invalid statement where S and R both equal to 0, it becomes the invalid or undesirable condition, because both Q and Q dash will be high together at logic level 1 when we could want Q dash to be inverse of Q. Next, sir.
Just one set here. 1 condition is invalid, or 1 0 condition is invalid? When you consider both set and reset as high, then condition is invalid, right?
Yes, sir.
You are showing your 0 0 is invalid. Truth table. This condition, is it visible? So you are given S as 0 and R as 0. It is no change state, right? I think something went wrong here. Correct, na, Sahana?
So
when 0 0 is there, it goes to no change. That is this one, this condition, no change when both are 0 0. But in this truth table, it is telling 0 1. I think this is your next state function, not your original circuit. So after 1 1, what is next? That is what it is telling. But original circuit is truth table is not this one here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, na, because for 1 1 condition you'll get invalid condition. Okay. Okay, sir. Fine. Continue. No problem.
Next, sir. This is the circuit of switch debounce. where A and B are the switch, and waveform is against VA, VB, and to respect to the time. And figure B is the switch debouncer with timing diagram. Next, sir. For interfacing key to the digital system, usually push buttons keys are used. Push buttons are switched from one position to another. Several make and break operation occur at second position. That is called a switch bouncer. According to the switch bouncer, when switch connected to B means B will be in on position and A is open switch, as shown in the waveform figure here. When switch connects to A point means B will be having 0 value, but there will be a delay between VA and VB. However, when switch is connected to A, several make and break operation takes place due to spring-like nature of the contact. Next, sir. A bouncing effect takes place whenever switch changes its position. Switch debound circuits and corresponding diagram is shown in the figure B. When switch comes from B to A position, the SR latch remain in its reset state until the contact reaches terminal A. At the time Q, output of SR latch becomes 1. If the switch now opens as a result of contact bouncer, then the 0 output to S and R terminal of the latch causes the Q and Q dash output to remain unchanged. Hence, by the use of SR latch, the effect of the contact bouncer is eliminated. Application of SR flip-flop. SR flip-flop is used in digital logical circuit for the switch or the switch circuit breaker to hold the closed state. Even the input controlling circuit disappear. It is used as digital latching relay as the switching mechanism from alarm circuit. That is, when an alarm is present, it will not get reset until the reset button is present. Next. This is one of the application of SR flip-flop storage register. Time or day when a temperature limit switch goes high.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
One small correction, Sahana. So whenever you do presentation, it's applied to others also. So don't type paragraph in the presentation. It should be like point wise. I think you have made later onwards like this, no point wise. So like this, you should mention for these conditions also. So it should not be like completely paragraph. Okay, na? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it audible here? So don't give a paragraph like
yes, sir,
this.
now.
Yeah, so don't give paragraph like this. So it should be point wise. I think after slides you are given some point wise, no? So try to give the things explanation point wise. So then everyone, it's applied to everyone also. See, look at here, I have selected, is it visible what I have selected?
Yes, sir.
Selected, I can't see.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Now is it audible, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what I have selected, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, whenever you give presentation, you just look at the cursor, what I'm moving. You can see this option, what I'm showing, justify anta.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You just click on that. Look at the way alignment, how it was earlier. I just put Control Z. See how it was after justification, how it is. So everything comes to one line. Okay. So
Okay,
this
sir.
justification you need to follow and you try to give the point wise. So instead of giving theory, so point wise. Okay, na? Is it okay, yaar?
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good. So others also,
Yes, sir.
whenever you
Thank
do,
you, sir.
yeah, whenever you do a presentation, you just follow the things, slight change in the presentation, what I told. So let me come back. So I think in the morning class, we discussed about the concept of counters and registers, and we went through with buffer register means what? Control buffer register means what? So is it what done till there? Am I correct? Everyone? Is it correct? Yeah. What we did morning class?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we'll continue now. So we'll proceed with the concept of shift register. So I hope everyone got the meaning of register. Have you got the meaning of register? Yes or no? What is the meaning of register? Is it fine? Am I not audible here?
Audible, sir.
Okay, so the content morning class we discussed about your registers as well as counter. So in that we discussed about buffer register and control buffer register. Any doubts anyone till there? Any doubts anyone till there?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's proceed now. See, after understanding the logic of register, so for that, let me add the word called shift register. So in general, what is the meaning of shifting?
Moving.
Moving. See, look at the things carefully here. When you have went to the concept called buffered register or a control buffer register, so there was 4 separate inputs, correct na? And there was no connection between each registers. Can you look at the diagram? So anywhere QA is connected to your second block or QB connected to third block. Can you make anywhere connections is there for QA, QB, QC, QD? It is
No,
individual,
sir.
right? So it means storage capacity is there only for individual flip-flop, A flip-flop, B flip-flop, C flip-flop, D separately. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to shift the data, for example, I am having 4 registers here, A, B, C, D. So I want register A for some other application. So whatever data present in this A, I need to move to B. Then what I should do, I need to shift the content present in A to B. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is where your shift register comes to picture. Am I clear? So whenever you want to store the information and it has to be moved from stage by stage. Okay, whether you want to move stage by stage to the register or out of register or into the register, that depends upon the clock pulses. Okay, so such type of movement or such type of shifting using your arithmetical and logical operations is what we call as shift registers. I hope everyone got what I told. Have you got what I told?
Yes, sir.
So I hope you know what is the meaning of arithmetic instructions and logical instructions. Do you know arithmetic instructions or not? Arithmetic instructions means what? Anybody? So whenever you perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, so we have to make use of arithmetic instructions. Similarly, logical instruction means whether you want to shift, whether you want to rotate, depending upon that you can make use of logical operations. So whenever you perform such arithmetic and logical operations in your microprocessor, actually this comes under your microprocessor concept. So microprocessor, a group of registers which performs this operation is known as shift register. A group of registers which performs the operation of your logic as well as arithmetic in a processor is what shift register means. Am I clear till there? Everyone, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so before going for the diagram wise and talk about different types of shift register, so just look at the screen. So if they ask you this type of question, then what is the thing you should write? I'll just brief out. So screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yeah, so look at the question. They've asked you to find or determine the number of flip-flops needed to construct a register capable of storing. So first question in that subcategory tells 6-bit binary number. So 6-bit binary number, it means what? Each bit represent one flip-flop? Yes or no, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Each flip-flop represent one flip-flop means the question says to generate a 6-bit binary number, how many flip-flops do you require? So what is the answer? It's 6 only, right? Got here everyone? What I told? 1-bit binary representation indicates one flip-flop. So 6-bit binary number means you require 6 flip-flops. That is the first answer. Is it fine? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the same thing, second category, look at the question. Decimal number up to 32. It means that you need to have a decimal number 32, but always remember if I talk with respect to digital. So digital means how many bits you have? Digital means how many bits?
5.
Hey, digital input means either 0 or 1. 2 inputs are draw. Correct na yaar?
Yes, sir.
Whenever I say digital logic, it's applied either to 0 or 1, correct na? So whenever they give any octa number, decimal number or hexadecimal number, your task is to convert that to equivalent binary. So whatever the answer, you're going to get that much bits or that much equivalent flip-flops are required. That is the meaning of this question. So now they are given decimal number up to 32. So decimal number 32 you want to convert to binary. I hope everyone remember how to convert decimal to binary. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What you should do?
So for the first number, we have to multiply with 2 power 0.
You will multiply or you will divide?
Multiply, sir.
If you do multiplication, you will get binary number. So what you learned in number system, is it how? Converting your decimal to your binary. Whether
should
you done
divide.
division or multiplication.
Division.
Correct na yaar? So you're going to divide with what? Divide
2.
by 2. So just divide 2 by 32. So whatever things you're going to get carry and sum. That will be keep writing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So after dividing 32, do you think you're going to get answer as 1 00 000?
Yes, sir.
If you have doubt, you can use your calci and convert in your conversion mode decimal to binary. Decimal number 30 if you 22 if you give means binary equivalent is 1 followed by 5 zeros. Is it correct? Is it correct, yaar? Am I clear till yet, everyone? You got
Yes,
the
sir.
question now? So whatever the answer you got, that indicates binary bit numbers. So individual bits indicates one flip-flop. So to construct or to determine decimal number up to 32, you should have 6 flip-flops. So why you got 6 flip-flops? Because after converting to binary, you got answer of 6-bit. That is why you're going to use 6 flip-flops. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, if you take hexadecimal number F, how will you convert hexa to binary? How will you convert hexa to binary? I hope everyone forgot this binary concept. Number system. You learned in basic electronics, right? You can get the answer directly in calci, that is fine. But how will you calculate manually is the question. How to get hexadecimal number to binary? Yeah, I'm not getting answers. You went through this concept or not earlier, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So how to convert hexadecimal to binary? You will just write
Divide
the
by
given
16.
hexadecimal number in binary and you're going to divide 4 bits, correct now? Yes or no, yaar? So for example, instead of F, you take AB. So I will write AB equivalent in binary. You're going to write A equivalent binary and B equivalent binary divided by 4 bits, correct now? Yes or no, yaar?
Yes, sir.
So that is why you required 4 flip-flops for this type of question. So similarly, hexadecimal is over, decimal is over. Last one is what? Octal number. So if 8 is an octal number, how will you convert to binary?
3 bits.
3 bits. See, this is what you learned in your basic system, right? So here with respect to digital electronics, what you want to know is after converting it to binary, how much bits are there? That much flip-flops are needed to construct any register for storing the information. Am I clear? Any doubts anyone with this type of question? So to find the number of flip-flops needed to construct for storing capacity, is it fine? Everyone? Whatever number they give, you just stick on to the procedure, that's all. Just have a mindset how to do conversion of decimal to binary, hexa to binary and octa to binary. Should I proceed? Everyone, is it fine? My voice is going in a delay for you here. Any delays there? What I'm talking, what you're listening? No response.
Yes, sir.
Any delay is there or is it audible clearly?
Audible clearly,
Audible,
sir.
sir.
Okay, fine. So after knowing that problem, let me come back to the things what we started with respect to shift register. So you got to idea, right? So shift register means keep moving the bits one after the other. So then shifting can occur towards left hand side also, right hand side also. Correct now? That is what the first diagram tells for you. Look at this diagram. So serial shift right, then out. So input is providing from the left hand side, shifting is happening towards right hand side. So similarly, look at this next diagram B. So serial left shift, then out means what? Input is provided from the left hand side. So right hand side, shifting is happening towards left hand side. So you got the arrow mark, what it is given there? Everyone? Everyone, is it fine? No response.
Voice is breaking, sir.
Just check out nowhere. Is it breaking still?
No, sir.
Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. See what I told?
Yes,
We
sir.
discussed about serial shift registering. So in that we discussed about how we can shift serially with respect to left and right. That symbol what we are shown here. Is this fine till here? Is this fine?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, how we can transfer the information serially, same way we can transfer parallelly also, right? So for that they have shown diagram here. So parallel shift in. So input, how we can fed parallelly, at a time we can fed the inputs. Similarly, parallel shift out. So whatever things you have sent parallelly, same thing will be coming out, right? So then last option is rotate operation. Whether you want to rotate left hand side or right hand side. So rotate means rotate right. So towards right hand side of you have to rotate it, and the previous bit means the LSB bit will be keep rolling. Similarly, if it is left rotate, so you can look at there. So from LSB to MSB, MSB will be keep rolling. Now can anyone tell me what's the difference between shift and rotate operation? Both are logical operations. So what is the difference between shifting and rotating? What is the difference between shifting and rotating? Both are same?
No, sir.
What is the difference here?
In shifting, the number is replaced by 0 when shifted.
Good. So it's like if empty space is vacant, you're going to fill with 0. What about rotate operation?
From carry, a bit will come.
So whatever the answer you have, for example, 4 bits you have means along with the carry or without carry, it will be keep rotating. The same bits will be keep rotating. Correct and wrong? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you just have an idea about this. Serial input means what? Towards left hand side how it happens, towards right hand side how it happens. Okay. So then the concept of parallel and rotate operation. So now the next part left out in this shift registers are types. So what are the different types of shift registers we have? I'll just brush out, then we'll go one by one. So different types of shift registers. See this thing you are going to do in laboratory here. This is what we discussed now, types of shift registers. You are going to do experiments on this. Similarly, next part of this model counter and complete fourth model counters. So there are different types of counters. This counters also you have to execute in the laboratory. So it is multi-purpose. So try to understand the things carefully. So if we take types of shift registers, so namely you have 4 types. So first one is I'm going to call it as serial in, serial out. That is why we'll call it as SISO. SISO. Serial in, serial out. The way inputs are coming, in the same way I'm taking the output. Okay. So serial in, serial out. Again in that 2 concept, if we shift left hand side what happens? Right hand side what happens? So second one, serial in, parallel out. SIPO. You are sending the input serially, but output is chosen parallelly. Serial in, parallel out. That is your second type. And third type is parallel in, serial out. So input will be fed parallelly, but output is taken serially. So parallel in, serial out. The last shift register is PIPO. Means what? Parallel in, parallel out. Parallel input followed by parallel output. So you got all the 4 headings, types of shift registers, everyone? Types of shift register, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So can anyone repeat what all different types I told? You remember the shortcuts what I told? And you can expand it. Yeah? 4 types, different types. First one?
SISO,
Good.
PIPO,
SISO means serial in, serial
serial
out.
out.
Serial.
Serial in, parallel out.
Good. So input you are feeding serially, but output you are taking parallelly. Then?
Parallel in, serial out.
Good. So input will be in terms of parallel, but output will be in terms of serial. Next, last one.
Parallel in, parallel out.
Parallel out.
So both input, output, you are going to choose serial parallelly only. Okay. So these are the 4 different types you are going to learn in this chapter, and same thing you are going to implement in laboratory also. See, explanation, no need to ask anything in the laboratory. You just take an IC of D flip-flop and keep connecting the things and just verify the inputs. How you're going to fed the inputs serially, how you're going to take the outputs, whether it is parallel or serial combination. So this is what types of shift register tells. So let me explain the first one now. So is it visible here? SISO?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Look at the diagram carefully. So they are given shifting with respect to left register. So same thing can happen for right side also. Yes or no? So you should be very careful while reading the question. if they ask you generally explain the types of shift register in that SISO, either you can pick your left hand side or right hand side and you can give the explanation. But if they specifically tell explain CISO with respect to shift right or with respect to shift left, you should answer according to that. Don't write blindly whatever you want. If it is given general, you can pick whichever you want. If it is given specific, you should go with that. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now look at the diagram. See, I told you already, we preferred D flip-flop because of its efficiency than other flip-flops. How it is feeding? Input is feeding D in. This is serial data, right? So look at the clock pulse. So all clock pulse means, so this is at which edge now? Whether it is positive edge or negative edge?
Negative.
Good. So negative edge. So if this bubble is not there means it comes to positive edge. So look at the diagram now. How I am sending the input serially. In the same way I should get the output serially. That is your D out and D in. So this is towards left hand side. So same way you can expect for right also.
Right hand
What is the change? What
From
change
the
you can
right-
make if it is right hand side? D in comes towards
Left side.
left side. So this part D out become D in and clock pulse will come from this end, right? So you can see a D out at this end. So let's go with first one, left shift register for your SISO. So now assume that you need to enter a 4-bit binary number 111. So 111 is what you need to fed, right? So for that, what are the procedures you need to follow? Same way, step by step, you should write in the exam. Otherwise, you won't get full marks here. Okay. So be careful while writing this. So original diagram has been written. So before starting case 1, you need to make an assumption that all the outputs are 0. Correct and wrong?
Yes, sir.
You need to make sure yourself all the output, that is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q3 nothing but D out, all are fed with 0. Okay. So now look at the input. What is the input I am feeding? It says 1111. So out of this 1111, which one will come out first? Is this
Last.
first one or this first one? Which one you will give? Is this MSP bit will come or LSP bit will come for left hand side?
MSB, sir.
Good. MSB. So this is your D in now. So you can look at here. So whatever D in is there, same D in as occurred here. Then what about this 000? How it came? What was the earlier output here? You can look at the cursor what I'm pointing. So this 1 came here means this 0 will go here, this 0 will go here, and this 0 will go here. This is called shifting.
Yes, sir.
That is what happened in case 1. For the first clock pulse, input is 1. So you can expect 100 as the output. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
You tell me what is the second output? What is the next output? Next input is also 1.
1, sir.
What is the output you'll get? D0, D3, D2, you
0,
tell me.
0, 1,
0, 0,
1, 1.
1, 1. So very careful, okay? So now for case 2, second clock pulse. So again input is 1, right? So after this bit, so now this bit is coming. So it is 1. See, since I am giving all 4 ones, you need not be having confusion. But when you give some other input 1010, that same thing should be coming here. Okay? So we'll ask that later. So now second input I am feeding as 1. So now tell me what is the output you told? So this 1 will come here. So this 1 will shift here. Correct now? So after second pulse I am going to get 0011 as the output. Correct and wrong?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Correct.
So same way third pulse. What is the answer?
0, 111.
Good. And after fourth pulse you are going to get the final
One.
output 111. So this is what we are expecting at the end. Serially you send 111 and parallel, sorry, serially only you got output also 111 using left shift register concept. Everyone understood or not?
Understood, sir.
Is it fine here till here? Everyone, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So now I will give an example. You tell me what is the answer for each pulse. So take the input as 1011. 1011 is the input. So you tell me what is the output for each stage. 1011. What's the output for first stage?
0001.
0001. 1. Good. Next.
0010.
0010, because your input is 10, so 0 will come, 1 will get shift. Good. Then next
0101.
0101. Then last option is
1011.
that is what we wanted at output.
Yes, sir.
See, this is what the thing you're going to do in laboratory also here. So how you're going to fed? Using different types of counters, you're going to keep shifting and you can get the answers. So this is what the meaning of your shift registers. So look at the summary of this using this clock pulse. You can look at here. So D in 111, this is the input. So this may vary because you have 16 combinations, they may give anything. So this one example what they are showed. Initially all zeros and then followed by input will be keep shifting. So this is how the waveform look like also. Look at the waveform now. For the first clock pulse, D in was 1, then you got Q out and remaining all 0, 0. Similarly second, third and fourth. So this is what the thing you need to explain whenever they ask you to write a short note or explain SISO shift register. Any doubts? Anyone till here?
No, sir.
Am I clear to everyone till here? Is it fine here?
Yes, sir.
So understand this. So same thing you can go with respect to right shift also. Same example, SISO, but towards right hand shift. So I hope you got the difference in the diagram. So which was there, left side become right side now, correct? Both are swapped. Now keep telling the answer. What is the stage 1 answer? Now which one will go first? LSB or MSB?
LS
Good. What is the first stage 1 answer?
for 111, sir.
Yeah, same input. 111.
000. 1000, sir.
Hey, you will get 1000, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So because input is 1 from LSB side. Good. Next, second shift.
1100.
Third shift.
1110.
And last answer.
4 ones.
Okay. So now I will change the sequence. So assume the sequence is 0111. 0111 is the input. Yeah, stage 1 now, input, output now.
1000.
1000. Then
1100.
1100. Then
1110.
1110 followed by last answer.
0111.
Good. So you have got the logic between your seesaw of left shift and right shift. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
That completes your seesaw part. So let me explain in brief about SIPO and we'll stop here. So let me come back. See, same example, they are explained both sides. So now look at the difference between your SISO to SIPO. So serial in parallel, you are feeding input serially, but you are taking the output parallel. You can see the diagram difference. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, this was earlier here. But now look at the things, how it is taking parallel. Is it not here?
Yes, sir.
So now tell me, if it is 1010 sequence, what is the output? A diagram naming is missing there. This is not SISO. This is SIPO. Just change the diagram in that diagram. It's SIPO. We give input as 1010. What's the output here? Input serially, output parallelly. 1010 is input I am previewing serially. How will take parallelly now? Which one will come first? So in this example, is it left hand or right hand side shifting?
Right hand side.
Right hand side, good. So 1010, which one will come first now?
LSB.
LSB. So what is the Q3 output?
Q3 is 0.
Correct. Next output.
Next output. Q3 is 1 and Q2 is 0.
Okay, next.
Q3 0, Q2 1,
Okay.
Q1 0.
Yeah, others, you understanding what we are discussing here? We are sending the input serially, but we are taking the output parallelly. I hope at the beginning I showed on diagram how to consider the parallel output. I'll just show once more. You just analyze. So now I want you to analyze for SIPO. Look at this diagram. So this is how you should get parallel output, right? Can you make out here? If you send the input serially, output will be like this parallelly. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now look at the diagram and tell me clearly, you got the logic of your SIPO or not? So you need to give the sequence, then you can get the answer. So this diagram is for SIPO. So what you're sending serially, I'm taking it as parallelly. So if input is 1001, what is the answer? If we take input as 1001, what is the parallel output?
First output, sir.
Yeah, first output.
1000.
1000. Yeah, others, is it fine? You got the logic, or is it required to write and show there? Diagram is there, input I am providing, I am taking the output here. Artha ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ draw. Everyone, is it fine? Am I clear till here? Okay, fine. Then listen everyone. So you got different types of shift registers, right? I told four different types. So I want everyone to take your own examples. What I showed just now, you take any of your choice and write one example for each case. Serial in, serial out is done. Serial in, parallel out is done. So left out is parallel in, serial out, and parallel in, parallel out. So for this combinations, you take whichever input you want and try to explain me how the logic works. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So I will give the hint. Hint is the shift operation should be either left or right. It's left to you. So whichever you want to take, but I want you to understand the way you're sending the input and the way you're getting the output. Any example of your choice, you just get prepared. So in the next class, I may ask anyone. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the next class we'll try to brush up the things what was happened today's class along with this combination, and we will go with your counter concept. So I told counter, 2 topics are there in this module, and remaining completely becomes your module number 4. So you need to know about ripple carry as well as synchronous binary counter. So after this, remaining part will be in your module number 4. So any doubts anyone till here?
No, sir.
Yeah. So let me come back then. So others, get prepared for the presentation also, what I told you earlier. So along with that, I want you to get prepared for this CISO concept also, all the shift registers. Fine? Yeah, you can enter attendance and you can leave. If anybody have doubt, you can ask me.